You've been told vegetables are always good for you. But what if the ones on your plate are quietly aging your body from the inside out? If you're over 60, this could change how you eat and how you feel every day. What if I told you that some of the vegetables you eat every day, the ones you've always believed were healthy, might actually be speeding up aging in your legs, your brain, and even your immune system? Now I know that sounds surprising. After all, we were raised to believe that vegetables are the gold standard of healthy eating. And for most of our lives, that's true. But something changes after the age of 60. Our bodies become more sensitive, circulation slows, inflammation rises, and the way we absorb nutrients isn't what it used to be. So here's the problem. Many older adults are doing everything right. They eat plenty of vegetables, stay active, and take their vitamins. But they still feel stiff, foggy, or just off. What if the issue isn't what they're missing, but what they don't realize they need to stop? Let me explain. According to a recent study published in the Journal of Gerontology, certain foods, especially specific vegetables, have been linked to a faster decline in mobility and memory. These aren't exotic, rare ingredients. These are common staples probably sitting in your kitchen right now. And no, this isn't fear-mongering. This is about empowerment. Because for every vegetable that may quietly work against your health, there's another that can help restore it, boosting blood flow, strengthening nerves, and helping you move and think with clarity again. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 vegetables that you might want to avoid, especially if you care about your independence, your balance, and your brain health. Then, I'll show you 3 vegetables that can do the opposite: improve circulation, support nerve health, and help you stay active and steady on your feet. This isn't about trendy diets or expensive supplements. It's about understanding how food works with your body as it changes, and making smarter choices that truly support aging well. So if you're over 60, or you care about someone who is, stick around. This information could help you make small changes that lead to big improvements in how you move, think, and feel every day. Let's get started. Let's begin with one of the most comforting and most misleading vegetables on senior dinner plates: the white potato. Mashed, baked, or fried, white potatoes are a nostalgic favorite. They show up at almost every family gathering. They're warm, familiar, and often feel like the perfect comfort food. But if you're over 60, this starchy staple could be quietly working against your health, and here's why. White potatoes rank high on the glycemic index. That means they break down into sugar very quickly after you eat them. Your blood sugar spikes, then crashes. Over time, those spikes and crashes don't just leave you feeling tired or shaky. They put serious stress on your blood vessels and fuel chronic inflammation throughout your body. And it gets worse. That inflammation targets the tiniest blood vessels in your legs, feet, and brain. These are the areas most sensitive to poor circulation. When those capillaries become damaged, it leads to slower nerve signals, colder extremities, muscle cramps, and yes, balance issues. I've seen this play out firsthand. Harold, a 72-year-old retired truck driver, came in for a checkup complaining of stiff knees, cold feet, and feeling unsteady on stairs. He assumed it was just aging. But when we looked at his meals, one thing stood out: mashed potatoes. Every night. Sometimes with butter, sometimes with cheese or sour cream. And that's a key issue. Not only are white potatoes high in fast-acting starch, but when paired with saturated fats, salt, and dairy, they become a recipe for inflammation. Another problem? White potatoes are nutritionally pale. They lack the antioxidants and phytonutrients found in colorful vegetables. That means they don't offer much defense against the oxidative stress that contributes to aging and cell damage. But here's the good news. Harold made one simple swap. He traded his nightly mashed potatoes for a cup of steamed broccoli. Within just 2 weeks, he noticed less stiffness, better balance, and more energy throughout the day. That small change gave him the confidence to keep moving, to keep living on his terms. So here's something to consider. Before you load up your plate with white potatoes, ask yourself, is this helping my legs and brain, or quietly making them weaker? The goal isn't to give up comfort food. It's to choose comfort foods that comfort your whole body, not just your taste buds. Coming up next, we'll look at another vegetable that seems healthy, but might be inflaming your joints from the inside out. Now let's talk about a vegetable that looks innocent, even elegant, but may be quietly irritating your joints and slowing your mobility. Eggplant. Eggplants belong to the nightshade family, along with tomatoes, bell peppers, and yes, white potatoes. While many people can enjoy these foods without issue, for adults over 60, sensitivity to nightshades often increases with age. And for those dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or nerve pain, eggplant could be making things worse without you even realizing it. Why? It comes down to a natural compound called solanine. It's a chemical that plants use to protect themselves from insects and pests. But inside the human body, solanine can act like a slow-burning irritant. It doesn't create dramatic flare-ups overnight. Instead, it builds up over time, creating low-grade inflammation, especially in areas that are already vulnerable, like your knees, hips, lower back, and even your hands. Have you ever woken up with stiff joints that take a while to loosen up? Or noticed that walking upstairs just feels heavier than it used to? Not because you're out of shape, but because your body feels tense and uncooperative? That could be solanine at work, quietly inflaming not just your joints, but your muscles, nerves, and even the blood vessels that support balance and coordination. The tricky part is that eggplants are everywhere. Grilled, roasted, stewed, they often sneak into meals without much notice. And if you're sensitive to solanine, even small amounts eaten regularly can add up. What's even more concerning is how this kind of inflammation doesn't just affect the physical, it can impact your emotional well-being, too. When your body feels stiff and unreliable, you may start avoiding stairs, skipping social events, or hesitating to walk outside. That's not just inconvenient, it's a slow erosion of your independence. But here's the hopeful part. You don't necessarily have to cut out all nightshades forever. A simple test can reveal a lot. Remove eggplant from your meals for 2 to 3 weeks. Track how you feel. Do your knees feel looser? Is it easier to get up from a chair or walk around the block? If you notice a difference, you've found a trigger and you've taken control. And the best part? You've got plenty of delicious alternatives. Leafy greens, zucchini, carrots, cruciferous veggies like bok choy and cauliflower. These don't just avoid the problem, they actively support joint health and mobility. So don't think of it as giving something up. Think of it as upgrading to foods that help you feel strong, steady, and confident again. Next up, we'll talk about a crisp, colorful vegetable that seems healthy, but may be doing subtle damage to your gut and your nerves. Now let's take a closer look at a vegetable that seems healthy, even refreshing, but may be quietly irritating your gut and draining your energy. The green bell pepper. They're crisp, colorful, and often tossed into salads, stir-fries, and wraps. But for many older adults, especially those dealing with joint pain, digestion issues, or nerve discomfort, green bell peppers might be doing more harm than good. Why? The culprit is a plant protein called lectins. Lectins are part of a plant's natural defense system. They help plants ward off insects and predators. But inside the human body, especially an aging one, they can be a bit too aggressive. Lectins bind to the lining of your intestines, disrupting nutrient absorption and irritating the gut wall. Over time, this can lead to a condition known as leaky gut. Now, leaky gut doesn't mean there are big holes in your intestines. It means tiny gaps open up in the gut lining, allowing unwanted particles like bacteria and undigested food to leak into your bloodstream. Your immune system sees this as a threat and responds with inflammation. Not the kind you can always feel right away, but a low-grade, chronic kind that targets your joints, your nerves, and your brain. Have you ever noticed bloating that seems to come out of nowhere? Or maybe your balance feels a little off, you're thinking a little foggy. It's easy to chalk those up to aging, but sometimes the real culprit is something you're putting on your plate. Here's something most people don't know. Green bell peppers are simply unripe versions of red, yellow, and orange peppers. They're cheaper and more common, but they also contain more lectins and fewer antioxidants. So while they may look just as healthy, they don't offer the same protection, and in sensitive individuals, they can cause more harm. Can cooking reduce the lectins? A little, but not enough. And most people eat bell peppers raw or just lightly sautéed, so the lectins remain active. Here's what I recommend. Try removing green bell peppers from your meals for just 2 or 3 weeks. See how your body responds. Do you feel lighter? Less stiff? Is your digestion calmer or your focus sharper? That feedback matters. It's your body talking to you. And the good news? You don't have to give up peppers entirely. Red, yellow, and orange bell peppers are not only sweeter, they're richer in vitamin C, beta-carotene, and other powerful antioxidants. They're gentler on your gut and kinder to your nerves. Remember, the goal isn't restriction, it's precision. Choosing foods that work with your body, not against it. Coming up next, we shift gears and explore the vegetables that can help restore circulation, protect your brain, and keep your legs strong and steady. Let's start with one that's bright orange, crunchy, and far more powerful than you might think. Let's turn now to one of the most overlooked yet powerful vegetables in your kitchen, the humble carrot. They're bright, crunchy, and easy to enjoy as a side or a snack. But carrots are far more than just a colorful addition to your plate. For older adults, especially those looking to protect their vision, strengthen their balance, and stay mentally sharp, carrots can make a real difference. What makes them so effective? One word: beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is a powerful antioxidant that your body converts into vitamin A. And vitamin A is essential for maintaining healthy vision, especially in low light. As we age, our risk of macular degeneration rises. That's the gradual breakdown of the retina, the part of the eye that helps us see detail. It can make reading difficult, recognizing faces harder, and even driving feel unsafe. But here's the good news: diets rich in beta-carotene have been shown to slow that decline, helping preserve your vision and your independence. And that's just the beginning. Carrots also support the health of your nerves and blood vessels, particularly in your legs and feet. That means better communication between your brain and your muscles. Why does that matter? Because so many falls in older adults don't happen due to weak legs, but due to slow reflexes. When nerve signals are delayed, even a small step or a loose rug can become a real hazard. The antioxidants in carrots fight oxidative stress, the kind of damage that wears down nerve endings and weakens coordination. So when you eat carrots regularly, you're helping your brain and body stay connected, your movements stay steady, and your confidence stay strong. Let's talk prep for a moment. Steaming carrots helps preserve their nutrients. Roasting them with a touch of olive oil actually boosts vitamin absorption. Just avoid deep frying or overcooking them. High heat can destroy the very antioxidants that make them beneficial. And here's another reason to love carrots. They're affordable, easy to store, and available all year round. No fancy superfood needed. Just a simple, smart choice that supports your eyes, your balance, your immune system, and your ability to live on your own terms. So next time you build your plate, don't underestimate that handful of baby carrots or bowl of steamed slices. It's more than just a snack, it's a daily investment in your freedom and well-being. Coming up next, we'll revisit Harald and reveal the vegetable swap that changed everything for his knees, his balance, and his energy. Let's talk about a vegetable that's not flashy, not trendy, but might just be one of the most powerful allies for healthy aging: Broccoli. Now I know broccoli doesn't always win the popularity contest. It's not exotic. It's not new. But when it comes to protecting your legs, your brain, your joints, and your circulation, few vegetables can compete. The secret lies in a natural compound called sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, and it's one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories we know of. It activates your body's detox enzymes, helps reduce inflammation at the cellular level, and supports brain and heart health in powerful ways. And that's especially important after age 60. Why? Because inflammation becomes a silent enemy. It creeps into your joints, fogs up your thinking, stiffens your muscles, raises your blood pressure, and drains your energy without warning. Sulforaphane helps calm that storm before it causes long-term damage. But broccoli doesn't stop there. It's loaded with vitamin K, calcium, and fiber, a trio of nutrients that keep your bones strong, your arteries flexible, and your digestion on track. And unlike white potatoes, which spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling sluggish, broccoli does the opposite. It helps stabilize blood sugar and reduce the inflammatory roller coaster that can wear you down day after day. Remember Harold? He was the 72-year-old who ate mashed potatoes every night. His knees were stiff, his balance shaky, and he thought that was just part of getting older. But then, he made one simple change. He swapped his mashed potatoes for a cup of steamed broccoli. At first, he didn't expect much. But within 2 weeks, something shifted. His knees felt more stable. His legs were less swollen. He had more energy, not just for walking, but for living. And I'll never forget what he told me. I don't dread the stairs anymore. That's the power of one smart change. No pills. No special programs. Just a fork and a vegetable that supports the systems that matter most: your heart, your brain, your balance, your strength. One quick tip: don't overcook your broccoli. Boiling it too long destroys sulforaphane. Instead, lightly steam it or saute it with a touch of olive oil. That's how you preserve the nutrients and keep the flavor. So the next time you're reaching for a side dish, think about what's on your fork. Broccoli may not be glamorous, but for aging well, it's a quiet superstar. Coming up next, we'll look at a leafy green that boosts blood flow, sharpens reflexes, and protects your vision one handful at a time. Let's wrap up this section with one of the most powerful greens you can add to your plate: spinach. You've probably heard spinach is healthy, and that's absolutely true. But if you're over 60, spinach isn't just healthy, it's strategic. It targets 3 of the biggest challenges we face as we age: slower circulation, declining brain function, and reduced muscle responsiveness. The key lies in spinach's rich profile of natural nutrients, especially nitrates. Nitrates may not sound exciting, but here's what they do. They help widen your blood vessels, which improves circulation, especially to your legs, feet, and brain. And when blood flows better, everything improves. Muscles receive more oxygen. Reflexes speed up. Your brain becomes more alert. Your steps feel smoother, more confident. Think about this. Most falls in older adults don't happen because the legs are too weak. They happen because the signals between the brain and the body are too slow. Spinach helps reconnect that system, so every movement becomes safer and more fluid. But the benefits don't stop there. Spinach is also packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants that protect the eyes, especially the macula, the central part of the retina that gives us clear, detailed vision. As we age, macular degeneration can blur that sharpness, making it harder to read, drive, or even recognize faces. Adding spinach to your meals can help slow that process, keeping your world brighter, sharper, and more connected. And there's more. Spinach delivers folate, magnesium, and vitamin K nutrients that support nerve health, mood balance, and bone strength. That's a powerful trio for anyone looking to move better, feel better, and stay active. Now, how should you prepare it? Avoid boiling spinach for too long. It strips away key nutrients. Instead, saute it lightly with olive oil or add it raw to a smoothie or salad. That's how you keep its antioxidants intact and its benefits strong. And here's the best part. You don't need to eat a huge bowl of spinach every day. Just one small handful is enough to support your circulation, sharpen your reflexes, and protect your vision over time. So the next time you're grocery shopping, don't walk past that bundle of leafy greens. Spinach isn't just another vegetable, it's fuel for your independence. With every serving, you're investing in your balance, your clarity, your confidence, and your freedom to move through the world without hesitation. Up next, we'll bring it all together and show you how these smart food choices can quietly defend your future, one bite at a time. So here we are. Over the last few minutes, we've taken a fresh look at the vegetables many of us eat every day. Some that quietly weaken your legs, cloud your thinking, and wear down your independence, and others that help protect everything you've worked hard to maintain. Let's recap. If you're over 60, you may want to think twice before loading up your plate with white potatoes. They spike blood sugar and quietly fuel inflammation. Eggplant, with solanine that can irritate your joints and slow your reflexes. Green bell peppers, high in lectins that can damage your gut and nerves. But just as important, there are vegetables that can build you back up. Carrots, for sharper vision, steadier balance, and clearer thinking. Broccoli, to reduce inflammation, strengthen bones, and stabilize blood sugar. Spinach, to boost circulation, improve coordination, and preserve brain function. Each of these may seem like a small change, but together, they shape how you walk, how you think, how you feel in your own body. And most importantly, they shape how you live. If you're thinking, well, it might be too late for me to change now, I want you to remember Harold. At 72, he thought stiff knees and foggy thinking were just part of getting older. But with one simple swap, trading mashed potatoes for broccoli, he didn't just feel better, he moved better. He took the stairs with more confidence. He felt steadier on his feet. And for the first time in a long time, he said, I feel like myself again. That's the power of a single smart choice. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need a complex diet. What you need is clarity, consistency, and a willingness to listen to your body. Because every bite you take is a message. It's either a vote for energy, strength, and independence, or for inflammation, fog, and decline. And here's the best part. You get to vote again every single day. So here's my question to you. Which vegetable surprised you the most today? Was it one you've been eating all your life? Or one you've been avoiding without knowing its benefits? Let me know in the comments. I read them personally, and I'd love to hear from you. And if this video helped you, please give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe. Because here at the Elder's Guide, we're all about aging strong, thinking clearly, and living freely on your own terms. Remember this, you're not stuck. Your body is listening. And with every smart choice, you're saying something powerful. I'm still here. I still care. And I still want to live well.